order here and then it comes out.
I know, I almost want to do it just for the novelty, but they only have vegetarian, they don't have vegan.
I don't think this place would have vegan.
You never know.
68.
Cool.
He told us to stay right at the welcome sign, but I wasn't seeing a welcome sign. Anyways, here it is. This is like insanely gorgeous. It is so quiet. We are the only people here. So we just arrived to probably the most beautiful spot that we've been to in a long time. Sweet little structure in this gorgeous forest that has such a magical feeling to it. So the camp manager and owner just came over and showed us the entire property. He has been running and managing this forest since 1999, I believe he said, and it's been like his whole life. So he built this very cool little structure called the yurtle. And we're gonna be staying in that tonight, and we're so excited. There's a little fire pit here, a great picnic table, and acres and acres and acres of forest. We are the only ones here, and it is absolutely so beautiful and quiet and peaceful and gorgeous, and we are feeling so grateful to be here right now. Anyways, we're so excited to show you guys this little property. We're getting some inspiration for our own tiny builds, not just builds coming up. So yeah, let's first, cheers. Let's go for a walk and check out the yurtle. Okay, actually first point of action was putting my hair in this really fluffy bun.
This week we are ditching van life, or ambulance life in our case, for cabin life, as you saw as we were pulling up. So we are going to show you this thing the only way that we know how, which is through a tiny home tour. So let's do it. Oh, hey guys, I had no idea you were going to be here. Let me show you around a little bit. Follow me. So yurtle is a 90 square foot tiny structure out here in the forests of Ontario. It is gorgeous out here. It's just set off the side of like a pond, which the owner actually made himself. He made all of this himself. It's super impressive. The one thing we forgot to ask was why the hell it's called yurtle. He just kept calling it that, so now we're calling it that. So follow along. Let's see what the inside of yurtle looks like. So this is the entrance here. There's really not much. I can almost reach out from end to end. The only electricity in this place is these little battery powered lights, which actually just run all the way along the outskirts. They're actually the same ones that we have in our van. We used to have little ball lights that we traded out for these same ones. So that is the only electricity in this place. Yeah. Here we have got the bed, which is actually surprisingly pretty comfy. It used to be on the ground, and he has taken constructive criticism from some of the guests that have stayed here before, and they said that it gets really cold on the ground here. He's also insulated the roof, which was a garage door, and the reason that this thing is 90 square feet, it's 8 foot by 9 foot, the reason for that is because it's literally a garage door that he built the whole structure around. So obviously here we have the wood burning stove. It's just like a small little propane tank that he has put on its side and actually made into a fireplace. And then we've got like a little cooktop here. Apparently this thing heats the place up like crazy, and now that it's insulated, it holds all that heat in. So it being the summertime here in Ontario, it's actually quite hot and muggy. So we're not going to be using this indoor fireplace tonight, but we are going to be using the one outside so that we can do a bit of cooking. In terms of decoration, we've got like a few books, some cute little plants. He's got a fire extinguisher here just in case anything happens with the fire, obviously. And we've got some like cute little signs. That's actually on our merch that we sell, is Live Simply. So it's kind of cute. That was actually what kind of sold us on the place and why we wanted to come stay here. Other than that, that's pretty much the entirety of the inside of this thing. I'll show you guys the outside, and then we're gonna kind of get back to the vlog and do our own thing and cruise around the property and check it out. This is essentially our backyard, the little fire pit area that we are going to be making dinner on. We've got our pot here for chili. Might need to be washed a little bit. But But yeah, it's like a backyard, and then we'll go out and explore some more.
What's wrong with the pot? Oh.
Needs to be cleaned a little bit.
Uh-oh.
These tiny little things. Look at these little baby frogs. Holy shit.
What? Whoa, that's a frog?
Yeah. Whoa, I thought these were little bugs. These things are tiny. Go, guy. Go, little guy. Look at.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. They blend in real well.
I feel
They're
bad.
like the size of ants. What the hell? I didn't know frogs were that small. I hope I didn't step on any.
I know, now I feel bad. Like I want to walk so slowly.
I know, I'm going to now. Pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty.
So this back door is a school bus door, and in there is a converted school bus. But it's also like the temporary like office or main office or home, not home because he has another home, of the manager or the person who works here. So one, he may be in there, and two, it's kind of his space, but so cool. You can walk in the tunnel and it's this cool little school bus. He showed us earlier, but I wasn't filming.
So before you ask, where do you guys go to the bathroom? It's right here in this repurposed chicken coop, which is, well, we're not supposed to say it, but it's 13 feet tall-ish, and it might be the tallest in the area. But we're not.
Don't quote us on that.
He said don't quote me on that, just in case. But it might be. We went for a little walk around the property, and we just sat down with the owner of the property for, I don't know, probably like a good hour, and we just had like a really good conversation about kind of like connecting with the earth and spirituality and being one with the animals here, and you know, just the connection to it all. And it was just very, I don't know if you can tell, I'm very calm now. I'm very like just happy. I feel centered. It feels nice to be out here and just in nature. It feels very necessary. But
also, we learned why it's called Yurtle.
oh yeah, it is called Yurtle. We didn't ask this, by the way. It's called Yurtle because of a Dr. Seuss book called Yurtle the Turtle. Yurtle the Turtle, who was the king of the pond, the king of everything as far as he could see.
We are going to make dinner. I was gonna say lunch, but it's dinner time, so let's do it.
I'll start a fire.
To our kitchen, right there. Okay, so tonight I have a few things on the menu. The first thing being campfire nachos, and the second thing being chili, which I was actually really nervous that it was gonna rain this weekend because the weather forecast said it was gonna rain this weekend. It's also not the weekend, it's Monday right now. But I thought that it may rain. So I got all the ingredients, like before we came, I got all the ingredients for chili, loaded up the van, went to the grocery store, did all that. And then I started to get like really nervous that we wouldn't be able to have a fire tonight and there's no other way to cook. I mean, we could cook in our van, but there's no other way to cook at the Yurtle. So I was like, what am I gonna do? So I kind of prepped the chili. Like, I mean, I at least just put all the beans and the crushed tomatoes into Tupperware. So there's not really that much for me to do other than heat it up on the fire. But I can't say the same about the nachos. So definitely gonna make campfire nachos tonight and then heat up the chili, and who knows, maybe put the chili on top of the nachos because I just thought of that and I feel like that may be the move. Not to toot my own horn, but check these out. These are gonna be so good.
Because he had stopped for a bit there. Maybe go over to this side.
Last time we cooked them over the campfire, we kind of like burnt the bottoms of them and the top, the cheese didn't really melt, but I'm trying a new trick this time, which is just to like add a small splash of water, like so small, because you don't want the chips to be wet, but like a tiny little splash of water in the pan, and then that will steam the cheese, hopefully.
way too damn muggy out here to be wearing jeans and a sweater. So, shorts, this. If you've ever seen the show Alone, or you've heard us talk about it and you've seen it, you know it's nothing like this. Like, they don't have nachos and chili every night. It's like a survival show where you teach them how to like use the cameras and all of that. But we're obsessed with it. We love that show. And unfortunately, we can't download, because there's no service out here, we can't download the new episode to the new season. But we decided to download the second season of it. I don't know why we picked that one. We just went for it. I have a funny story is we were actually invited onto a survival TV show. Like, I guess somebody was watching our YouTube videos and like the content that we make and had asked us to be on like a survival show, like going up to the Arctic and just surviving. Rachel was not very keen on it. Like, I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. We should totally just do it, because I don't know, maybe I'm a bit of a masochist or something. And anyways, we didn't end up going for it because it takes two to tango. So obviously, if Rachel's not down, then I'm not down. But that being said, it was still something that I was like very intrigued by and very interested in. So I don't know, let us know if is that something that you think we'd be good at? You think I'd be good at? I don't think Rachel is even interested. So I think she's kind of out of the question, but I'm definitely interested. What show do you think I'd do well on?
They reached out to us and they asked us to come onto this show that is like apparently on a really big network. Like, they didn't say what it was because a lot of the time they don't say what these things are. And they asked us if we wanted to participate in this show. I literally responded to these people and I was like, hey, like, thank you so much for thinking of us. We're really grateful. But the last thing that I would ever want to do is spend a winter in the Arctic. Like, we're traveling so that I can avoid winter at all costs. We're Canadian. I do not want to deal with Canadian winters anymore. I want to get out. So I'm like, if you ever have a reality TV show in, like, Fiji or something, count me in, but I am not.
That's Survivor.
Going to the Arctic. And no, I wouldn't even do Survivor. I have to work out. What's the reality TV show where you can just go into the forest and eat? That's Nick and Raychel.
This reality TV show.
That's this. You're watching that reality TV show right now.
Good morning. I am tired, but I slept well. And it was really nice to sleep in that little cabin. It felt so good. And it feels really good to just be out here right now. I have to make another fire so that we can cook breakfast this morning.
Good morning. I had the nicest sleep. I slept like a log. Woke up this morning. It was just so beautiful. Sun shining. It was supposed to rain. Not raining. Just absolutely gorgeous. But anyways, the other day we were at my aunt's house and it was awesome. We were just visiting family. And they were making dinner, and like the rest of my family is not vegan. Actually, that's not true. I have one vegan aunt. Besides her, and no one else in my family is vegan. And so they were making dinner, and my aunt is so good. This isn't the vegan aunt, but my aunt is so good. She'll just she got like quinoa and all sorts of things that most things were vegan, but then they were making like kebabs that they had bought. And I was like, oh, well, if you have skewers, I could also make like tofu kebabs for us so that we could kind of fit in a little bit more. And I also was like, kebabs sound good. So they're like, oh yeah, sure. Like they did have skewers. And so I went to the van and I got my tofu. I was like, oh, I brought this like extra brick of tofu. And I have nothing to use it for. Anyways, made the tofu kebabs. They were amazing. We had leftovers the next day and everything. So I used the entire brick. Then this morning, I wake up and I'm like, okay, great. It's like time to make breakfast and whatever. Nick's starting a fire and I'm like, oh yeah, here we go to make our tofu scrambled tacos. Oops. That's what that tofu was for. I should have thought about it. We still could have used it. I just would have bought more. Anyways. I'm just gonna like saute up the veggies, and then we have the chili from yesterday. So I think that I will put chili as our protein because there's tons of, there's like soy protein in there, but then there's also tons of beans, kidney beans, black beans, all that. So we'll have that with some sauteed veggies, and hopefully that will be good, but I mean, I'm sure it will be delicious. So we've been driving for about 25 minutes now, and we're just like driving through the countryside, and there's not really a lot to see other than the grass and homes and all that. But we just pulled into, that was new Wasaga Beach back there, and now we're going to like Wasaga Beach, and there was like a little stand on the corner there that was, it had signs for what it sold. It sold pizza, stand-up paddleboard rentals, and weed.
Wasn't there crypto in there as well? I thought I saw cryptocurrency.
And crypto?
They like accepted crypto or something.
Of course they accepted crypto. Anyone who rents stand-up paddleboards, makes pizza, and sells weed at one store definitely accepts crypto.
Some Tims play some hockey, eh?
So Wasaga Beach is packed. Doesn't look that packed right there. And it's Tuesday, so we knew it was gonna be busy, but maybe not this busy. It is so busy, so I don't even know how we're gonna find a spot to go at all, because it's literally like every spot right by the water is already taken. Oh my god, that was so nice to get inside the water. I am so happy that we were able to do that. It has been such an amazing last couple of days. We really needed a getaway because we've just been doing the same thing over and over again, and we're just not those types of people. We don't do very well when we're doing the same thing over and over and over again, and yeah, that adventure was really necessary. Let me know if you want us to go to more tiny homes, because that's something that we really want to do for the remainder of the summer, coming into the fall months. And in next week's video, we're going to be getting back to our tiny home shed to guest house renovation, which now we're really excited for. It was starting to feel like very draining, but I think that that was just the little getaway that we needed to get us energized again and feeling stoked about it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for coming on this adventure with us. We are so grateful. We are going to head back towards the way that we came and find parking for the evening. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye.